Author Sebastian Faulks has said he will be no longer describing women in his novels for fear of causing offence. Yes, if there's one thing that's always offended me about books, it's descriptions of things. Apparently, he was criticised after describing female characters in a previous book and claims that his decision not to do so in the future is liberating. Now, some of the world's most oppressive regimes don't allow us to look at women, but this takes it one step further in not being able to even describe them. Compared to Sebastian Faulks, the Taliban are quite moderate. In fact, it's probably safer to just remove all women from all books entirely. It's another blow to the patriarchy there. And how is this even going to work? Let's have a look. A book here. James stood on the precipice, gazing out to the horizon. He was a broad-shouldered man in his early 30s, athletic but not too muscular, with jet black hair, a strong jaw, and searing eyes of Prussian blue. And next to him stood a woman. It's getting dark, said James. We'd better be getting back to the hotel. Yes, said woman. James picked up his suitcase and walked back down the pathway towards the crossroads. Woman followed. Yeah, it's not going to catch on, is it? I just don't believe it's a good idea. Anyway, so Sebastian Faulks has basically decided he's not going to do this, and of course this has come about because of the idea of lived experience. The idea that authors are now so often criticised for writing beyond their own personal lived experience. The idea is that writers need to stay in their lane, not attempt to appropriate other people's lives. So when it comes to Sebastian Faulks, we can probably look forward to his new novels, such as The Adventures of Sebastian Faulks, the Further Adventures of Sebastian Faulks, Sebastian Faulks Returns, Around Sebastian Faulks in 80 Days, and Sebastian Faulks Park, which is about a group of scientists who managed to clone Sebastian Faulks in order to populate a new theme park. Now, there was a similar story that broke this week about the actor Eddie Redmayne, who's in trouble for accepting a queer role in the forthcoming West End production of Cabaret, in spite of the fact that he is, in fact, a straight man. How could Redmayne possibly understand what it's like to be gay, the critics cry? And they have a bit of a point, you know. I'm still annoyed at Arnold Schwarzenegger for taking that role in The Terminator without having the slightest lived experience of travelling back in time to kill the mother of a future freedom fighter. And he's not even a robot. John Lewis put out a new advert which is causing quite a stir. Let's take a look. What a little brat. The ad has received criticism online for pushing an agenda, but actually, you know what? I think it's a brilliant representation of the woke ideology. A confused, entitled and hyperactive child destroying everything for no reason and then acting like it's done something important.